Every generation has a moment that etches itself into collective memory. For baby boomers, it was the assassination of President Kennedy, and for younger generations, it remains a defining chapter in American history. On that fateful Friday, the 35th President of the United States was touring Dallas to mend political fences and boost his re-election campaign. As the motorcade rolled past the Texas School Book Depository, shots rang out, transforming a bright November afternoon into a scene of national tragedy. The immediate reaction was one of shock and grief. Television cameras, rumored to have been filming elsewhere, suddenly turned to downtown Dallas, broadcasting images of chaos, confusion, and a wounded president. In Washington, D.C., the news ripped across the airwaves, plunging the nation into mourning and igniting an urgent search for answers. At 12:30 p.m., 3 shots pierced the air as Kennedy's convertible passed Dealey Plaza, striking the president and Texas Governor John Connally. Secret Service agents scrambled, frantically pushing the limousine to speed toward Parkland Memorial Hospital. But it was too late. Kennedy was pronounced dead at 1 p.m. Within minutes, Lee Harvey Oswald was apprehended in a nearby movie theater, suspected of killing a Dallas police officer just minutes after Kennedy was shot. Authorities quickly tied Oswald to the sniper's nest in the depository building, but his motives remained unclear as he denied guilt and insisted he was a patsy. Lee Harvey Oswald was born in New Orleans in 1939 and enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps at age 17. Disillusioned and politically volatile, he defected to the Soviet Union in 1959, before returning to the United States in 1962, settling in Dallas with his Russian wife, Marina. Oswald's actions on November 22nd would forever define him. Arrested for the murder of a police officer, he was later charged with Kennedy's assassination, but he never faced trial. 2 days after the assassination, nightclub owner Jack Ruby shot Oswald live on television, silencing the man at the center of that tragedy and plunging the nation into deeper uncertainty. To restore public confidence, President Johnson swiftly appointed the President's Commission on the Assassination of President Kennedy, better known as the Warren Commission, on November 29, 1963. Chaired by Chief Justice Earl Warren, the panel combed through ballistic evidence, eyewitness accounts, and forensic analyses, concluding in 1964 that Oswald had acted alone. Despite its thoroughness, the commission was criticized for gaps in its inquiry, particularly its failure to fully explore the possibility of a broader conspiracy, due in part to limited access to intelligence files. Nevertheless, the Warren Report became the official account, even as public doubts grew and subsequent investigations only deepened the mystery. Almost immediately, alternative theories emerged. Some alleged CIA involvement, suggesting Kennedy's policies on Cuba and Vietnam made him a target. Others pointed to organized crime, noting the mafia's anger over aggressive federal crackdowns on their operations. Polls today show that a majority of Americans still believe there was more than one shooter, with 65% endorsing a conspiracy narrative. From shadowy figures on the grassy knoll to whispered plots in Langley and Havana, the assassination remains the subject of endless debate, books, and documentaries. Kennedy's death marked the first of 4 major political assassinations in the 1960s, profoundly affecting the nation's psyche. It intensified public distrust of government, paving the way for skepticism that would define the Vietnam and Watergate eras. Culturally, the assassination became the first global media event, thanks in part to the Zapruder film, an 8mm home movie that immortalized the tragedy and forever changed how we document history. The event remains a cautionary tale about power, secrecy, and the human costs of political violence. The assassination of John F. Kennedy is a story of ambition, tragedy, and enduring mystery, one that continues to resonate across generations. Whether you accept the lone gunman theory or believe in wider collusion, the questions it raises about truth and trust are as relevant today as they were in 1963. What do you believe happened in Dealey Plaza? Share your thoughts below, and if this exploration moved you, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more deep dives into history's defining moments. Until next time, keep seeking the truth.